in inappropriate news.
How come you looked at us?
Well,
you're not wrong.
Self-explanatory.
I just saw the corns on his feet. Submitted by Crazy88.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, like from Kill Bill, I think.
Fucking Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, I knew it from Kill Bill.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Look at what you did.
Oh, it's a band. That band on Kill Bill, right?
It's the ninjas, man.
Yeah, the game.
Oh, I thought it was Kung Fu Hustle. My bad, I fucked up.
A female soccer star was asked if she knows how to twerk while accepting a prestigious award.
What?
Is it because she did a viral twerking video?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she looks good in soccer shorts.
She got a fat ass? Can we see?
Let's see the evidence. Let's see the evidence.
Yeah, we got to,
So
Your Honor, I need to see the ass first.
Yeah.
I don't have a photo of that.
If she had a flat ass, I'd be very offended. Like, why would they sexually harass her that way?
Yo,
But white girls always think they can twerk with no ass. Like, Miley Cyrus has zero ass.
His girlfriend.
Zero.
His girlfriend's a white girl, and she got ass for days.
I know, but I'm saying...
He's talking about white girls with no ass.
Yeah, if you have no ass, you shouldn't be twerking.
Okay, then that's the statement then, right? No ass, don't twerk.
the funniest fucking thing, dude.
This is what I ask somebody. I say, I say, do you think Cameron Diaz has a nice ass?
No.
And if they say yes, then I know they don't know what ass is.
Exactly.
Because if Cameron Diaz has a nice ass, what's Beyonce and, you know, what's her name, the tennis player, like that, like what ass, what? Serena and Beyonce, that's ass. You know, Jennifer Lopez got, you know.
Yeah, she
if
got
you
that.
think Cameron Diaz has a nice ass, get out of my face.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
That's
Kim Kardashian
different.
got a...
No.
Different though. That's not an ass.
Kim, Nicki
That's that fucking
Minaj,
Swiss ball back
Cardi
there.
B now, that's a whole different category.
Got like, it's like a tractor trailer.
It's still ass compared to no ass.
It is ass, absolutely, but that's like a genetically modified
A
ass.
prestigious award. Like if
Yes.
you guys were getting a podcast
I'd be
award.
fucking pissed.
Yeah, of course. It's a little inappropriate.
Twitter is like the worst spot for this because literally Miley Cyrus had like a promo for the song.
That's the one I was gonna bring up too.
It says S-H and her butt, and then K, so it's be shook, and then somebody wrote, what does chic mean? S-H-I-I-K, because her ass is so fucking flat, which is so true.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is
She got no booty. She made twerking famous.
Oh yeah, that's so weird, dude.
God.
Anyway, so the
Insulted.
soccer star, her name is Ada Herberg. She's Norwegian. She's 23 years old. And she was
Can
the
we see what she
very.
looks like? You had me at Norwegian.
How?
She's gonna be hot, like white, tall, slender.
The way you're describing it,
Yeah.
it's like a modeling profile you're giving
I
us
just
right
wanted
now.
to clarify. I just didn't know. Okay,
Alright.
so she was the very first woman to win the Ballon d'Or, which is a super prestigious award.
Wait, the first human?
Woman.
Oh, woman. I was like, what is this, an award for animals?
Bunch of horses and shit.
We're gonna see her at all? Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on?
Well, you were asking me what the award was, so I'm like, okay, let me search.
Who are the prior winners, like Tiger
This
Woods or
was the
something?
annual football award presented by
Oh,
France
football.
Football or soccer. We know it as soccer.
Gotcha, yeah, I get it. Football, F-U-T.
I didn't know they were so into twerking in France.
So this DJ, he's a French DJ named Martin Solveig.
Oh, I know him.
Okay, well, now we're getting more of the facts.
I know him
here. It's not like the presenter was like.
That's what I pictured.
Yeah, a DJ did this. Like, okay, it's not that bad. Let's see.
I pictured a guy in a suit.
Right. He was like, and the award goes to, hey, baby, can you twerk?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, come on.
That would have been the best.
This is Ada and her award. This year was the first year that they added like a women's category for this award. So it's a big deal.
Oh, wow.
She won it. This is the DJ.
Yeah, she could fuck him up, dude.
I like her dress.
Did he just ask her and now she's mad?
She's like, the fuck?
That fool looks like he makes waffles for a living.
You're gonna see her reaction. He's asking her if you know how to twerk.
Est-ce que tu sais twerker?
No.
Est-ce que tu sais twerker?
So that was the video.
She looks pissed.
I would be pissed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I just received this prestigious award.
Inappropriate
This is
time.
after the whole presentation thing. And then this was like him talking to her and pretty much saying like,
Come on, baby, let me see if you could twerk. You didn't get it.
It's like being inducted into like Hall of Fame and they're just asking for something else stupid.
so this is his statement. He says, I want to publicly apologize for any misunderstanding that came from yesterday's exchange between myself and Ada Herberg during the Ballon d'Or ceremony. I acknowledge that it was in poor taste and I am deeply sorry for my mistake. To add context to the incident, I was asked to prepare a song for each winner and would dance with each recipient after their award was presented. The clip circulating on social media does not reflect the whole situation.
That's what I thought.
Moments after I made the remark, we went on to dance together to Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon. The twerking comment was used in contrast to the song I had prepared for her. However, this sentiment was misunderstood and had sadly caused offense.
That makes sense.
I immediately apologized to Ada for
He was
any
prepping for a joke.
A joke.
upset.
Yeah.
That's what happens when non-comedians try to do jokes, though.
Well, no, the real issue here is that the social justice warriors took this out of context, played that little part. The way what we just saw does look extremely inappropriate. It was taken out of context.
She looks offended, too.
Yeah, at that
She
particular
does look offended.
I know,
she
but
said she wasn't.
But what I'm saying, if he does something,
She's always offended by
and
what
you just went like this to him, but we know, we can see that this is not as serious as, but if I only show that moment, it's gonna look like you did something completely wrong. I take offense to that.
That's what happened to me recently too on my Instagram. Like there was like an ongoing joke that we have with this food series, and then this one girl got super offended about this comment that I made, and then she didn't watch the whole thing, and then she just went off with it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking
Was
about?
she offended that you don't get fans and Tim does?
Yeah, like she didn't understand it.
Nice way to call him out.
No, because that's the inside joke, right?
Yeah.
So in that case too, like her feelings were so hurt. You know, I was like, okay, well, I can't change the fact that your feelings are hurt. If you don't get the joke, it's understandable.
What was it? What was it?
Oh, it was this loose. I called her a loose woman, and so like the joke was that I make fun of everybody on the show just because they don't recognize who I am. So no matter who you are, it doesn't matter, right? So it's supposed to be in stark contrast because she just looks like a regular girl. So if you were like a hooker, it wouldn't be funny. It's not a funny joke.
Yeah.
And so
it's funny because she looks
like a normal girl.
Yeah.
You know? And so for her, she was just like, I can't believe, she made it into a gender issue thing. She goes, that's how you exactly. And so that's why I got, but like how it was explained to me was because she doesn't understand the joke, she becomes the butt of the joke. So I'm like, fine.
It makes it even funnier.
I'll apologize to you because your feelings were hurt. And if you don't understand it, I understand. So I still apologize because she felt bad. So I was like, that's cool. We'll move on from it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
She can still be stupid. You know what I mean? You were just
You're not loose, you're stupid.
Yeah. It's like,
she can still be offended, and that's completely her right. So, you know, I felt bad because she didn't understand it, and if she felt that she was the butt of the joke, then I kind of felt a little bad. And that's how my mom explained it to me too. So I was like,
I don't mind people being offended.
Yeah.
It's like I just don't appreciate how they have to involve everyone else in it.
Yeah. That's why I got mad because
It's like you're offended. Fuck you. Okay, that's your thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to send some private message or be like, hey, I was offended by this, then you can take the time to be like, oh, I didn't know that. But when you make it out to be like, everyone has to know, then fuck you, because you're just doing that for attention.
Yeah, because they're like, I'm offended. Wait, you're offended too, right? What about you? Are you offended?
Look what happened to me.
That's really what it is. So like conversely, there was another girl that was next to her, right? And she wrote about it. She goes, hey, like I get it's just a joke, it's for the show, but I don't like the way people are approaching me. Oh, cool. And we ended it like that with her. But the other one, tried to make it into a gender, and that's why I got mad because it was like,
Yeah.
You know, like there's actual like issues with gender in this country, and you can't just use that just because it benefits you.
Yeah.
That's why I got mad. You know?
Yes, I totally agree.
Like I'll put it out there though. I still apologize. I told her if I see you in person, I'll apologize to you in person too, because I don't want you to walk away feeling offended.
Yeah, it's like you don't understand, so you want to put like some kind of extra thing on it is what I hate. What she was doing was questioning your intentions.
Yes.
Actually defining your intentions.
Yes.
And that's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair. It's like if you say a joke and somebody takes offense, that's their translation.
Exactly.
So, okay, which is fair, but then you can't say that that's what I meant.
Yes, exactly.
You know, you just took it that way. So if I'm going to be like, oh, okay, maybe I need to be more clear about my joke, or oh, sorry that you didn't understand that I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
But also see that side of it too. And people that don't see that side can go fuck themselves.
I think that's the whole.
As a comic, I'm saying that you can go fuck yourself if you think that you're going to determine my intentions because of your narrow thinking.
Yeah, translate that, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole thing now is just, this is what I perceive, but that's fact. And I'm gonna attack you for it because you need to change. And so this is what I do now. Instead of arguing with them, I say, did I hurt your feelings?
So that's what I'm saying. It's still valid for you to be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry. But at the same time, it's like, I need to also hear some acknowledgement that it's like, oh, well, I know you. Because they'll say, like, I know you didn't mean this. but this is how I felt about it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's 100%.
That's to sound like a you problem.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Because her friend understood that part, that means that it was clearly communicated. So it's a personal issue, right?
Right.
So it's not that the joke in itself was executed. You just didn't like it. That's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
But don't put it out there as if like all of a sudden now, well, you hate women.
Yeah, and that's what it came out to.
He hates women because he said this joke. It's like, okay, tone it down.
But David does hate women though.
I hate woman.
All right, hates women.
That means they didn't take a class in conflict resolution.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool though. Like I said, like if you watch this lady, like I said, if I see you in person, I'm gonna apologize to you because you felt terrible. I felt bad too because of how I handled it. Like I should have been more comedic about it, but then I kind of went off rails. You know what I mean? Just because.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get that feeling because someone has taken what you've said out of context and they put their own. They're questioning your intentions and morals and all that just because they took it a certain way.
Yeah,
it's like that's what people do. They don't take personal responsibility for their own ignorance.
So I mean, being a stand-up comic and how things have changed so rapidly throughout the past several years, do you feel like a huge shift in comedians being like more aware of what they're saying and being careful?
Yes, I think you just have to be more thoughtful is the word.
Right.
Yeah.
Because before it was like the comedy room was like anything goes.
Well, I mean, there's still a school of thought that anything should go because the people listening have to, you know, look at what you're saying and be like, understand the context, understand that this is a art form and it's a time and place. Yeah, it's a time and place. But because things are out in public, you know, so now it's public consumption and they're out on the internet. Or that now it's like, well, now you might be offending a group of people. You know, before it's like just in the club, you're fine. You know what you're getting when you go to a comedy club. But now things are like being put out in public.
Like you can take snippets of a set. You know, like there's things that led up to certain jokes that ease the crowd into this certain type of mindset when people do a full set, and people don't get that too. You know.
Well, what happens is people are smug. I think like especially the left, liberal people are smug, and then they talk down to you. Yeah. Like if you make a joke about something, they want to give you the history of. You make a Winston Churchill reference, and then they want to give you a history of like, well, you know that he did this, and this, and you're like, wait. You don't get the context of what I'm saying right here in this situation. You really think that I'm going that deep into it, and that's why Trump's in office. Yep. It really is. Trump's in office because the left side is so like elitist and smug, and arrogant, and then the regular people are just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I like this guy that's just like keeping it simple.
I know.
You know, so and that's what happens in comedy. That's why it's like the left, like it's liberal, feminists, and these people that like don't want to have a conversation. They just want to attack. Right. You know, there's different types. You know, like with the Me Too movement. I mean, I want a female to talk to me about it, to be like, you know, because when you see other stuff happen as a guy, like even with this thing with the twerking thing, if it was like even more inappropriate, you know, as a guy, we don't have anything equivalent, so we don't understand. So that I need a woman to be like, well, this is how it is. But then you have a faction of feminists who don't want to do that. They just want to tear this shit down.
It's just full of rage and anger, and there's no logic behind it.
Yeah, there's no. We gotta converse. We gotta talk about it.
Because there's a lot of men that are open to listen and understand. We want a discussion.
We want to know. We just don't understand. Not understanding is the main thing. We just don't. You know. And I always tell guys, it's not equivalent. We don't have anything equivalent to it. So that's why we just. It's
harder to understand when you don't experience it.
Yeah. And it's nothing. You know, how can we experience it? You know.